All right, a Honda Fury. This is a very, very interesting bike the Honda released. I don't know if they're still doing these things. If they are, I've seen them around 12,000, 11,000. That's probably the brand new ones. I hope, at least. I hope these things aren't selling used for that price, because we're half of that. These bikes have not went through too many updates over the years. The obvious goal here was sort of the LA chopper style long front rake, and this bike is very interesting to ride because of that, and it's something that I keep beginners far away from for that reason. What's up, guy? As you see, I'm getting some waves from Harley riders. They probably know I'm not a Harley, but maybe they don't. And that's what's kind of cool about this bike, is that you get a lot of the chopper feel and style, and definitely looks. I mean, oh no, the average Joe is not gonna know what this thing is. They're just gonna look at it and say, wow, that's a chopper. That's a really cool bike right there. And style, I don't think is anything to turn your nose up at, you know? I mean, look at how much people pay for a Lexus over a Toyota because of the style. There's nothing wrong with that. As far as highway comfort, it's not bad. I definitely feel that I want to go slow. I'm a little bit scared of what happens over 65 miles an hour, and I'm not interested in finding out. And I think that that gives a key indicator of what this bike is about. You know, it's not about winning races. If you're trying to, you know, set the next cannonball record on this bike, it's the wrong bike for you. But if you're trying to enjoy your ride, enjoy your Sunday, you know, this thing is perfect. It's easy to cruise on the highway, and that longer rake, while it does make it it does give it character to drive, and definitely can make it difficult to ride, it makes it also stable. Once you finally do lean it over, it just wants to stay there. Which, by the way, this bike is not for a beginner. If you see this, I'm trying to turn it with my body, no counter steer, and it's not listening. It'll listen to counter steer, that's no problem. But if you don't know how to counter steer properly, I would say get some more practice before getting this one specifically, or anything with a really long front tire like you do see on this one. The brakes are nothing special. They don't feel unsafe necessarily, but again, nothing special. Yeah, definitely nothing special. It'll stop, but I might go with some upgraded brakes personally on this bike. If you're used to maybe some older style feeling brakes, you might be okay. But I'm coming from sport bikes. Even my Ninja 400 might feel a little bit more responsive than this. This is just my honest opinion. The goal with these reviews are to share with the customer what these bikes are, what these bikes are about, and hopefully steer people towards the bike they need and away from the bike that they really don't, by giving you a good idea of what these things feel like on the road. So tire snakes, I mean road snakes are a big thing that people are concerned about with these skinny front tires. I'm not going to deliberately put it into a snake, but just sort of riding how I normally would with these snakes, how do I feel? Let's find out. We're going to avoid that one. Alright, this is a good one. Well, yeah, it's fine. I'd say as long as I'm riding normal, I'm not, you know, I'm not especially looking to put the front tire in the road snakes. I don't see any issues. Maybe at higher speeds it could get worse, but if you're trying to race on this bike, it's the wrong one for you. okay. I mean, she's got some pull. It feels more like the 88 CI level of pull rather than the you know, like the 103s or the 107s. Those things definitely feel like they have more torque and pull than this bike, which about adds up. I'm not going to do the math off the top of my head right now, but 88 CI, it's probably somewhere around this size cc. Honestly, for a stock exhaust, this sounds pretty good. It's definitely not obnoxious, you know. It might not set off much car alarms, but it might set off one in a parking garage, you know, echoes. Let's see what this car does. He's probably gonna, oh, he's gonna wait. Look at that. Thank you. Yeah, final impressions about this bike, it's definitely a very cool style, you know, and I think that's more about what this bike is about, is style, while at the same time maintaining reliability, cheap ownership. If you ask those guys that own those choppers where, you know, it's an 883 motor and chassis from the 80s, 70s, and something that they've all customized out, ask them how much they get to ride their bike and how often it ends up in the shop or getting the carbs cleaned or XYZ. I feel like this is sort of like a chopper that you can ride on the daily basis, and I like that idea. All right, Honda Fury, you can find this thing online. Give us a call. Happy to answer any questions. Thank you.